Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Romance Review TV. And today we're diving deep into Married at First Sight UK Season 8, Episode number 2. But before we jump into it, you know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and leave me a comment down below. And you know what? I gotta say, we got a couple of good matches so far. But you know what? We had 2 weddings behind us. We got 2 more, and we have the first 2 starting their honeymoon. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and unpack this episode. So in this episode, we start off by seeing our previous 2 newlyweds heading off to their honeymoons, and one couple is off to Grenada while the other couple is headed to Mexico. And as usual, and this season is no exception, they are really splurging on these honeymoons, and I think it's absolutely awesome. Too bad they don't do that for the US version. At least they send these couples to separate honeymoons. However, with the US version, they all go on the same location. But okay, let's go ahead and jump into the next set of couples. Now let's meet the new couple, Roz and Thomas. So with Roz, she is this exuberant farm girl, and Roz is super talented. She's a bit awkward, and she uses humor to cope with that. And you know what? As much as she loved animals and farm life, she had a pretty interesting past relationship when it comes to her exes, which we'll talk about in a minute. Then we also have Thomas, who is more of a posh countryman. I mean, he had a rough time in his last relationship where he was told that he needed to change his appearance. I mean, they were talking about his nose, his height, how skinny it was. Hey, what happened to body positivity? You know, I mean, that also includes men too, right? But hey, it's not cool. I actually could see a potential match between these 2. However, because of their past relationship, as they get a chance to speak with the experts, they might still have some lingering insecurities, which could boil over into this new relationship. So we'll have to see. So now as we move on and prepare for their weddings, and I have to say the venues definitely never disappoint. We start off where we see Thomas coming in, and then we got Roz. Now, I gotta say, that whole tractor situation, I mean, when she came in on that tractor, his friends was hilarious with that whole comment. But hey, it's their day. They can do what they want, right? But when they get to the altar, it is clear Roz isn't feeling it with Thomas. I mean, she's worried more about his lack of confidence and not getting good vibes. But here's the twist. Thomas is actually quite tense because he can sense that Roz isn't into him. So it's a bit of a catch-22 type situation. And I mean, hey, I know a lot of people was expecting that Bentley or Rolls to roll up, but again, it's their day. They can do what they want. So now we're at the ceremony. It's evident once again that, you know, Roz isn't feeling the connection. Thomas is trying to navigate the awkwardness. But Roz believed that he's the one that's making it weird, while I think that, you know, she's not making it any easier. As the evening progresses, she's making the situation uncomfortable, and it is clear Thomas is a bit on edge. Roz thinks that is all on him, but you know what? I believe her awkwardness is playing a big role. At the reception, it seems like Roz isn't even trying at this point, but you know, it looked like toward the end when she had a conversation with his friends, it gave her a little bit more insight. So they had a little bit of fun banter when they got a chance to sit outside, and who knows, things might turn around for them. We never know what could happen, so we got to continue to watch. So next up, our next couple is Nathaniel and Ella. Ella is transsexual. She trans about 12 years ago, I think she said. Ella is also the primary caretaker of her grandmother. And she talked about her struggles with rejection and when people find out that she's trans. Her parents seem to be very supportive, even though that's something that they had to work through. And she does go into detail with this when she sit down with the experts. And so she's more concerned pretty much about being accepted for who she is. Then we have Nathaniel. Nathaniel, on the other hand, is very super family oriented. He is also pansexual. Now, the experts have already informed Nathaniel about it before they even met. He also said that he wants to start a family one day, as he tends to be the godparent to a lot of his friends' kids. So that was one of the things that he also expressed with the experts as well. And then two, when we get to the actual wedding, and again, the venue doesn't disappoint. Everybody's nervous. Again, she's very nervous as she speaks with her father in regards to, being rejected, or is she going to be accepted by her new match. When they actually met, it seemed like they had a great connection right off the start. The thing is, we really haven't gotten so much into her personality yet. But, outside of that, between the two of them, they hit it off very well. They thought they were very attractive to each other. And the chemistry, it seemed to be really strong between these two. Now, she wanted to send, the photographer away to pretty much put on the table, exactly who she is and that she's trans. Again, the experts had already informed Nathaniel about her being trans already. So I don't know if they added this in for extra drama. But according to what the experts said is that, they got her consent to tell, the next match who she was going to be with, that she was trans. So, we know how reality TV works at this point. But throughout the reception, he was acceptance of who she is. And moving forward, we got to see how these honeymoons are going to turn out with these two couples. Okay, so there you have it for this episode. But I gotta say, looking at the previews, it seemed like Jay and Luke might be the front runners for this particular season, and I am all here for it. As for the other couples, we have to see, especially looking at the previews for the next few episodes, especially for Roz and Thomas. It appears that their dynamics might flip, and Roz will be seeking affection from Thomas. At the same time, they're on that icy honeymoon, so I don't know. And then lastly, maybe we can learn more about Ella as a person, because now that they established her transgender identity, it's kind of time to dig into seeing more about the two of them and their characters and see how they both will be in a relationship with each other. So, as always, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until the next one, we'll see you soon. Bye.